understanding the home offer, negotiation, and acceptance process, and why you should never waive a home inspection. Buying your first home is exciting. For many people, it is one of the biggest financial decisions they will ever make. But before you start submitting offers, it is important to understand how the negotiation and acceptance process actually works. Because once you understand the process, you will be better prepared to protect both your money and your future. Today we're going to discuss how an offer moves from submission to acceptance, the 5 major components of a real estate negotiation, when you should be willing to walk away from a deal, and why under no circumstances should a first-time homebuyer waive their inspection contingency. Let's begin. You find a property you love. You've reviewed your finances. You've obtained your pre-approval letter. You've determined that the property fits your budget and your long-term goals. Now you decide to submit an offer. Many first-time buyers believe an offer is simply a purchase price, but in reality, an offer is a package of terms and conditions, and those terms are often negotiated before a final contract is reached. There are 5 major elements that typically drive most negotiations. Those elements are purchase price contingencies, earnest money deposit, closing date seller concessions. Let's discuss each one. Purchase price. The purchase price is usually the first thing people think about. It's the amount you are offering to pay for the property. But here's something many buyers don't realize. The highest offer doesn't always win. A seller may choose a lower offer if the overall terms are stronger and the transaction appears more likely to close successfully. That's why price is important, but it's only one piece of the puzzle. Contingencies. Contingencies are protections built into the contract. They help protect you if something unexpected happens. Common contingencies include financing contingency, inspection contingency, appraisal contingency, title contingency. Think of contingencies as safety nets. Without them, you could be exposed to significant financial risk. And this leads me to something I feel very strongly about. Never waive your home inspection. I want every first-time homebuyer listening to hear this clearly. Under no circumstances should you waive your home inspection contingency simply to make your offer more attractive. Let me repeat that. Under no circumstances should you waive your inspection contingency. If your real estate agent advises you to waive your home inspection as part of the negotiation process, it may be time to seriously consider finding another agent. A home inspection is one of the most valuable protections available to a buyer. You are about to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on a property. You deserve to know what you're buying. The inspection may uncover roof issues, foundation problems, electrical concerns, plumbing defects, water intrusion, HVAC problems, mold, termite damage, structural concerns, safety hazards, issues that may not be visible during a simple walkthrough. The inspection contingency is not a weakness, it is protection. In fact, many experienced negotiators view inspections as a bargaining chip that can be used later. Let's say the inspection reveals a defective roof. Now you may have options. You may request repairs. You may negotiate a credit. You may ask for a price reduction. You may negotiate seller concessions. Or, if the issues are severe enough, you may choose to walk away. But if you waived your inspection contingency at the beginning, many of those options may no longer exist. You may be accepting problems you never knew existed. Protect yourself. Protect your family. Protect your investment. Never let anyone pressure you into waiving a home inspection simply to make an offer more competitive. Earnest money deposit. The third component is the earnest money deposit. This is often called a good faith deposit. It demonstrates to the seller that you are serious about completing the purchase. The amount can vary depending on your market and the specific transaction. However, remember that this money may be at risk if you breach the contract without a valid contractual reason. Always understand exactly how your deposit is protected before moving forward. Closing date. The fourth component is the closing date. Some sellers need a quick closing. Others may need additional time. Sometimes flexibility on the closing date can be just as valuable as a higher purchase price. A closing timeline that works for both parties can help move negotiations forward smoothly. Seller concessions. The fifth component is concessions. Seller concessions are benefits provided by the seller to help the buyer complete the transaction. Examples may include closing cost assistance, mortgage rate buydowns, repair credits, home warranty coverage, prepaid expenses. In some markets, concessions are common. In others, they may be difficult to obtain. Like everything else, they are often negotiable. The seller's 3 possible responses. After your offer is submitted, the seller generally has 3 options. Acceptance. The seller accepts your offer exactly as written. Congratulations. The parties now have an executed agreement and the transaction moves forward. Rejection. The seller rejects your offer. This can be disappointing, but it is part of the process. Do not take it personally. A rejected offer simply means the parties could not reach acceptable terms. Counteroffer. This is often the most common response. The seller may request a higher price, different closing dates, fewer concessions, different contingency terms, a larger deposit. At that point, negotiations begin. You can accept the counteroffer, reject the counteroffer, or submit a counteroffer of your own. This process continues until an agreement is reached or one party decides to walk away. When should a buyer walk away? This may be the most important question of all. Sometimes buyers become emotionally attached to a property. They start imagining holidays, family gatherings, birthday parties, future memories, and emotions begin replacing logic. That's dangerous. You should strongly consider walking away when the home exceeds your budget. The monthly payment causes financial stress. The inspection reveals serious defects that cannot be reasonably resolved. The appraisal comes in significantly below value and no solution can be reached. The seller refuses to negotiate significant issues. The property no longer aligns with your goals. Or you feel pressured into making decisions you're uncomfortable with. Remember something important. There will always be another house, but there may not always be another opportunity to protect your financial future. Never allow fear of missing out to push you into a bad deal. Final thoughts. The home negotiation process is not about winning. It is not about defeating the seller. And it is not about getting every single thing you want. Successful negotiations happen when both parties find common ground. Understand the 5 key components: price, contingencies, earnest money, closing date, and seller concessions. Understand your rights, understand your obligations, and most importantly, understand your protections, especially your inspection contingency. Because the smartest homebuyers don't just negotiate well, they know how to protect themselves. No. Sometimes saying no protects your money. Sometimes it protects your future. And sometimes it leads you to a much better opportunity waiting just around the corner. Thank you for watching, and I wish you the very best on your journey toward becoming a homeowner.